All right, Jesse on Fire. Welcome back to the channel. Now, I watched the fights last night. Obviously, I watched the Bobby Green fight, and I didn't come on here to gloat, man. I mean, I really didn't. Like I said exactly what was going to happen when I first immediately when Bobby Green took that fight. You guys remember? I have a live stream. It says, "Don't do it, Bobby. Islam is not for you." And the reason I said that, I just want to reiterate this because in case this got lost, because I did a video the day before where I was like, I got my mind changed. The only reason I got my mind changed is just because I wrapped my brain around what it would mean if he was able to pull it off. I still had no confidence that he would be able to do it. You'll never find me saying anything about, I think Bobby will win. I just was saying, man, maybe it's worth it to roll the dice when the upside is so high. But my original hypothesis that I got right after he announced he was going to take that fight was correct. Kind of. I can't even necessarily say that. I have some complicated ideas about this, okay? So here's the deal. When Bobby took the fight on 10 days notice, I said, what on earth is he doing? He just got hot. How is going in there and losing in 90 seconds to Islam Machechev going to be a good thing for your career? Right now, you have some momentum. It's very, very hard to get momentum, and you have some. Why would you put that up? Why would you risk that against Islam Machechev, dude? Because here's the thing that I realized. I think that in hindsight, people are going to recognize that you are looking at Khabib now. Like, I think Islam's that good. I mean, all indications are that he's that good. You know, his approach is a little bit different. We're like, he's not really that different. But I just, Khabib would just absolutely maul people. I mean, look, he mauled Bobby Green. I don't know. Actually, maybe it's not any different, dude. Bobby Green basically took a Khabib fight on 10 days notice. Okay. After having fought 4 days prior. Think about how insane that is, dude. Like, people were like, no, man, dude, I think he's got a chance. Like, guys, there are levels to this thing, man. Give Bobby a full camp and let him train nothing but grappling, and he's still gonna have the same outcome, dude. You can't go up against a lifetime in the camp and the gym that those guys are in, or the team that those guys are on. You fought Khabib in his prime on 10 days notice after having fought 4 days earlier. It's insane. It's insanity, dude. I hope he got paid a lot. And someone was saying that they thought that they heard that he may have only had one fight left on his deal. I haven't validated that. I'll tell you this. Either way, if that's true, if that was the last fight on his deal, first of all, I don't think that's possible. I think the UFC would have signed an extension with him, because what if he wins and then they've got another free agent situation? I can't imagine they would have done that. They would have made him sign an extension. They would have paid him more money because it's a main event. I hope he got paid, dude. I hope he got paid. I mean, listen, I don't know what Bobby's financial situation is. I have no idea, dude. Like, I know for me, if I thought I was going to, if I'm doing my finances, I think, and I make, call it $190,000 each time that I fight. And I thought I was going to probably fight twice this year. And I'm kind of just forecasting, and I'm like, all right, so after I pay everyone out, I'll net like 90 grand, and I'll do that twice this year. Okay, I'll be doing pretty good. And someone's all, hey, so how about instead of 180,000 this year, you make 480,000? Be like, like net money or whatever, or like, 380. I'd be like, that's a very significant difference. So I can't throw rocks at the guy if it's, if he got paid a lot more, and I'm sure that his new deal would reflect that too. I actually think that he is a bigger star now than he would have He might actually be a bigger star rather if he didn't take the Islam fight, because what I realized is that Bobby Green, his brand is get the guy on. He's super likable, man. Like, he's super likable, and he doesn't take the losses that hard. He even said that going in. He's like, I don't care about wins and losses. I just want to entertain people. And he is entertaining. All it is like, I actually think this might have been a net benefit for his career. The more I'm talking about it, I'm just talking about I'm talking out of both sides of my mouth. I think it's insane that he took this fight on 10 days because he had absolutely no chance to win. But at the same time, I actually think the platform that it gave him made it a net benefit for his career. Because what's next for him? I can tell you what's next for him. He'll be on the undercard of a pay-per-view. I mean, that's what's up next for him. He's a big enough draw that they will put him on another undercard of or a main card. I'm sorry. He'll be on the main card of a pay-per-view. Like he'll be the first or second fight on the main card of a pay-per-view. That's not a small deal, dude. A lot of people see that. That's where he was at 271. And, and he showed up and put on a great fight. So, he's back-to-back. His standing in the UFC in the last month has catapulted him immensely. And so if you just look at this as instead of looking at the glass half empty, you maybe could have gotten a bigger fight that you could have maybe won, which is how I was looking at it initially. You could just look at it as a total package. It's like, where were you a month ago and where are you now? Significantly better off. Significantly better off. And the UFC owes him. UFC owes him. They don't forget that stuff, dude. You take a short notice fight like that, they take care of you. Because he saved the event. He saved the event. So good for him, dude. Now, as far as Islam goes, I think we might be looking at the best 155 pounder in the world. And I'm sure that's not super revolutionary. But he's incredible. And Steve Hargett, who I've talked about on the channel before, who's the number one pound for pound jiu-jitsu fighter in the world in Masters 2. Pound for pound. He's a heavyweight. Pound for pound, though. Best in the world. Wins world. I don't even know when the last time he ever lost in no-gi was. He's the best. He's, in no-gi, significantly the best in the world. And he won worlds in gi, too. And he told me that no one can touch Islam. He watched him. He's like, no one's touching him, including Charles Oliveira. He said Charles Oliveira cannot hang with Islam on the ground, period. Unless Charles hurts Islam before they go to the ground. That's a verbatim quote, actually. And I am in no position to argue about grappling with fucking Steve. That may as I have nothing to add to that. If there's anybody who knows what they're looking at, it's him. And that's his take on Islam versus Charles on the ground. So Islam's he's going to get a title shot after that. So whether it's against Gaethje or it's against Oliveira is the question. And we obviously know what'll happen if it goes to the ground with Gaethje. If he puts Gaethje on his back, there's not enough time between the Khabib fight and, whenever this will be. I don't think to close that gap. But if it stays on the feet, dude, if it somehow stays on the feet, whew, man, just watch that Khabib fight, dude. Look at those leg kicks that he ate. You can't eat very many more than those than that. Khabib has a great poker face, but fuck me. Gaethje was pulverizing that front leg, man. So we'll see. That's not a walkthrough fight. And Oliveira is a monster. So we'll see. We will see who wins that because, but I'm really now I'm really excited to watch Islam fight. Now he has hit this other level for me of how good he is. It doesn't even matter if he's charismatic on the mic. It doesn't matter. He's exciting because he's so fucking good. Anyway, that's what I got. Subscribe to the channel, ring the bell.